Hey, it's Mark with, guess what, another trading video. Today was another good day for me. I'll just jump into it. Traded Lee, Lee is the ticker, and EXK. I made trades in both these today. And you can see I'm probably in the zone right now because I'm only trading stuff that's going positive, that's going with me. Because I had EGY and NJR on my watch list too, and those were watches I put up on Twitter and the blog before the market last night. And so let's go into my favorite one right now, which is LEE. LEE is a old school newspaper company, and it's an advertising company that had some positive press releases up here. So let's jump into this ascending triangle. Bottomed out here. I noticed this one in my scan last night, and I scanned through probably 150 to 200 stocks, and this one caught my eye because it's an ascending triangle. And this is a clear. Here's the support, the trend support, and clear resistance, which it broke out of, which I was expecting. It even gapped up the other day. But that's not the only thing that caught my eye. The other thing that made it catch my eye in the scan was I know this ticker symbol from a long time ago. I've been trading uh, actively on and off since 2008 when I was working at a major financial company in 2012. I didn't have time to do anything, so I didn't look at any charts in 2012. But I still know a lot of these stocks from the past. So I was going through the scan and I see LEE. Well, you can see this year, this is 2015. From this, it's in a trend line. It's in a trading range from basically the start of 2015. So there's nothing exciting there. So it was in a trading range and it broke down. I mean, so it's pretty boring stock. But let's go back in time. In 2013, I remember this stock was a huge runner. It's called a former runner. One of my trading mentors was this guy named Muddy, and Muddy would call these former runners. So when you see a stock that's setting up for a run, and if it's run in the past, there's a good likelihood that it's going to run in the future because the market makers are the same, and history tends to repeat itself in these. So this is 2013. I remember it from then. It went from $1.20. This is the very bottom. It was $1.20 a share. It went up to $5 a share, over $5 a share in about a year or less. So, so I remember this one. I remember seeing it up 20% in a day. Up 25. I mean, it was just up every day, almost every day. I mean, like here it went straight up, and I think it even ran back in 2009, 2010. I mean, whenever it moves, it moves, and it's a low price stock, which is what I love. I mean, because it's so predictable. So I'm betting here that it's gonna run again because it got so. I mean, it's fundamentally you could say it's cheap, but I mean, I just know this is the bottom of the old trading range, so it's gonna test hopefully this 280 a share. It'll probably test that. Uh, but of course, I'm gonna take profits along the way. So I mean, I've got a great entry. I'm really excited about this one. I mean, I got a great entry here at I bought it at $2.02 a share. I had a stop order. I had a buy stop to trigger at 202. I wanted to see it hold $2 a share because round numbers are very key areas, which I've talked about a long time in the past. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, those are round numbers, and traders look at those, and you know, options are set there, and you know, so it's very watched and very key area on stocks under $12 a share, $10 or $12 a share. So let's pull up an intraday. I mean, I'll show you how. Look, I mean, look, it hit $2 a share and found resistance. It hit 199, $2, resistance, 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 and then finally it broke through 2. And as soon as it broke through 2, it just shot up to 209, you know, 210, and it closed at 208. So my stop order triggered here, which is where everybody else bought too, because you know I wanted to see it hold the 2 and then break above 2, because the 2 was the key area that everybody's looking at. You know, everybody else had their stop orders triggered for $2 too, 201. I mean, it very easily could have held, tested 2 and failed and gone down, but that's why I wanted to buy it when it was, you know, over 2, like 201, 202. So my average on this one's like 203, 204, and it's looking really good. I'm also long EXK. This was that triangle that I just couldn't pass up. So, and I can't pass this up. I mean, it's at support. So my stop loss is below this support line. It was like 150, and you can see it held the 150 perfectly, which is, you know, 50-cent mark, which is kind of similar to those round numbers. You know, 50-cent marks on stocks under 3 are very key. So it held that 50 cent, and hopefully this one will go higher. So my average was like 152. I think I bought it at 152. I just went ahead and put a market order out to buy it because I was so confident, at least in the risk reward. Because, you know, say I'm totally wrong, and this is gonna break lower, I'm gonna stop out at like 148. So I'll take like a 2-3% loss. So I did go undersized on this one. You know, I went undersized on my position, like less money. That means less money than I usually put in a position, just because I bought it at the market. At the market order at the open. So, and then this is one of the coolest triangles out there right now. So it's a silver miner, and who knows what silver's going to do? I don't care, but I just know that this setup is good, and it looks bullish. I mean, there's some sell volume here, but and there's no sell volume lately. I'm just gonna get a drink of water real quick. Hold on one sec. The other one I had on my watch list. I actually didn't. I didn't. I had stop orders out there, but I wasn't actually watching the market most of the day. Like Lee was a stop order. I just put the order to buy it. Um, and EXK was just I just bought it at the market. EGY. Oh yeah, EGY is a cool one. EGY is on trend support. And it did a really cool move right here. I almost bought this one. I came very close. I mean, the volume's the volume's decreasing. I mean, it looks really good, but I just wasn't so confident as I was at that triangle. But this one I'll probably buy tomorrow if it breaks over 171, because I mean we still don't know what it's gonna do. So I've been doing pretty good trading, more reactive. Waiting for my thesis to come to fruition, and waiting for it to break. So let's see if it breaks. If it breaks this, it broke it here, broke it here. So let's see. I mean, if it goes, probably 180 is gonna be. Well, let's pull up on it closer. Yeah, if it hits 180, it's probably gonna run. So, but my stop loss is a lot thicker. Bigger than, because I don't want to stop out too early. But I'll probably just go undersized in it like I did EXK. That's one way to go into a riskier position, is undersized to have better risk management. So, and this one was the one that I had a stop order out for this one, but I was gonna buy it. I was gonna buy it at 20. I'm sorry, short. I was gonna short it at 28.90, because this right here is a red candle, uh, perfect shooting star above the upper Bollinger Band, and I was gonna short this one if it came down, and it didn't come down. It actually rocketed. So I'm glad I had a stop order and just didn't short it immediately. So that's where waiting to see what it did paid off, because the setup was there. The setup short, because this is a bearish candle, and it was a little bit. It's definitely like overbought. It was overbought here, and so luckily, luckily I didn't get filled on that one, which is why I'm saying I'm in the zone. And so the only trades I made today were LEE and EXK, and those were pretty easy because I just had my stop order out, because I was gonna see if it held too, and this one was kind of a gamble on the triangle working out. So I'm still doing good on those, and I traded Yang, which is the FXI. It's the Chinese. This is the I essentially shorted China. I shorted China to hedge some long. I got a long on my Roth IRA. I'm pretty long the emerging markets in my Roth IRA, not just China. It's the emerging Chinese countries, and the ticker on that one's FSEAX. But that's a long term trade. Position. That's my Roth IRA. So I'm not worried about China long term, or the emerging markets in Asia. The emerging markets in Asia, excuse me, are very bullish, because the Asian countries are huge creditor nations, and the West is debtor nations. Our debt is ridiculous, and throughout history, the center of economic activity has been in the creditor nations. The United States was once a creditor nation, in the 1800s, 1700s. We were we were the opposite of in debt. And of course, Britain was another debtor nation that kind of stalled out. And but anyway, so I'm bullish on Asia long term, but was gonna hedge short term, and I hedged with like a crazy undersized position, and so I'm probably down like I think I'm down like 50 bucks on on my Yang. And I was thinking about the options. I mean, I don't know. I don't really care if my Asian stocks go down. I mean, I don't care. But I'll probably sell Yang tomorrow, and that's kind of like just playing around in my Roth IRA, which is different than my trading, because my Roth IRA is is more of a long term thing, obviously. So RJet, I thought about shorting RJet, and I still got it on my watch list. I might take it off. I mean, it's just it's hung, excuse me, it's hung in there so well. It's broke down and then it came up. I mean, it's a airline company that's up a ton. So, oh yeah, IBB is probably bottoming. I mean, who knows? This could be a failed bottom. I mean, I'm bearish long term, but I don't see a setup on that. I mean, I'll go through my scans later and probably find. Hopefully, I'll find a few stocks like I've been finding lately. I've been finding like 3 or 4 that catch my eye. But and I was talking about it on my blog. It's mostly biotech and energy that are showing up in these scans, which LEE wasn't and EXK wasn't. it's they're both neither bio or energy. Uh, so probably stay away from bioenergy just because I'm not so confident in the setups, and because they all mimic IBB pretty much, and I couldn't find anything really good in bios. But the overall market's doing the same thing biotech's doing, and there's that triangle. A great failed. There's a failed signal right there. This is a failed breakout. It tried to break out, and the breakout failed, and it could continue to fail. But that's what I want to talk about right now. I'm still holding all of Lee and all of EXK, and I mean I think there's a lot more upside, but I'll probably be locking in gains soon if they come. But I'm gonna go through scans and see if there's anything, and hopefully I'll continue in the zone and find some great stuff. But I appreciate you guys watching the videos. Yeah, you can subscribe to my Dynamite Stocks blog with email. The emails kind of lag. The emails will be late, so I mean I'll just bookmark the site and check it before the market opens. I've had some great stuff on there lately, and I figured most of you guys are hungry for information, or they're just like following a real life trader. So I'll just keep doing what I'm doing, and posting videos and setups or anything like that. So I really love talking about this. I love doing this. And this is really my passion. And my dream is to one day, just trade full time. So like right now, I work I basically work like third shift. I go to work at I have a job from about 5 to 6 5 p.m. to like midnight or 1 a.m. So I usually do these recaps at night, and then stuff will be out there before the market opens. And I'll keep posting it up. But that's all I'm talking about today. This is Mark signing off. May all your fills be complete, and may you have a lot of profits the rest of the year.